What's up, everybody? My name is Ilyas, and I'm here with Eshan, and this is the Brothers in the Box podcast. Today is our very first episode, our pilot episode. Kind of a little bit about what we do here is just talk hockey, from heated debates about star players to pointless arguments over what jersey looks best. Not insider scoops, but just us sharing our unsolicited opinions about what we think is right and some hopefully insightful takes on the game and the culture around it. Uh, Episodes will be released every Sunday, and you can access on YouTube and SoundCloud with more options coming soon. Uh, yeah, just a little bit of a brief intro about us. Ishan and I are huge Oilers fans.
Yes, sir.
Growing up, my grandpa lives out in Edmonton, and he had season tickets growing up, so we'd always go out and watch. So we are true Oilers fans, not just because McDavid and Draisaitl are on the team, not just because they've made two Stanley Cup finals appearances, and I was hoping to say finals wins, but the Panthers have
Not
beat
there,
us
not there
twice.
yet, not there.
Next year is our year, though. I firmly believe, and McDavid is not leaving. But just recapping that rookie game that happened last night.
Yeah, very good game. Very good game.
Yeah, very high scoring as
Yeah.
well.
Almost a comeback win.
Almost. I mean, it was a little bit of a too little, too late
Yeah,
type of scenario.
yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, with our rookies this year, they're gonna have other opportunities, but stretches of brilliance from some of the players coming
Yeah,
up.
I know, you're talking about Matt Savoy, crazy game from him. Honestly, a big showing. What was saying, 2 goals. Very nice couple goals, and he looked very confident with the puck there.
He did, and Isaac Howard was also skating really well next to him.
Yeah.
Both manning the wings there. That second breakaway goal was just absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
It was something spectacular. I think and we were talking about this earlier, just like the chem that he'll have with Dry coming on that second line, hopefully.
Yeah.
If not to start the season, maybe a little bit like 15, 20 games into the season.
Yeah, definitely. Especially even with Savoy and Dry, those sauces that those players can make in the AHL, they're just gonna be that much better because it's Leon Draisaitl and right next to him. And if you can have that natural goal scoring on the second line with Draisaitl and Savoy, then that's gonna be beautiful for the Oilers.
Yeah, I think if Savoy can fill that void of like having a natural shooter, a natural scorer on that second line, you could maybe see even Drysdale taking a little bit of a step back
Absolutely.
in terms of his goal production.
Yeah.
Especially because McDavid said that he wanted to increase his goal target for this year.
Yeah.
He wants to show people again that he's not just not just a passer. Like he has to prove to people that
For
he's the
some
best player in
reason.
the world. But honestly, I don't think it's crazy to say this guy goes for 150 this year.
150 points.
150 points.
Connor McDavid for 150. I don't think it's crazy because I think it'll be very realistic as if he plays all of the games, if he's pretty healthy for the entire season. 100 assists is more than doable just because he's playing with hopefully Isaac Howard with a good performance, and obviously Zach Hyman's back. And hopefully they both have really good seasons alongside McDavid.
Yeah, we really need a bounce back season from Himes there.
For sure.
But Ishan and I have been having this little debate here about who's gonna have a better rookie campaign, and personally, I'm saying Isaac Howard. Ishan's leaning a little bit more Matt Savoy. Uh, I'm saying Isaac Howard because of the fact that he's gonna be playing with the best player in the world.
That's true.
He's gonna get those dishes from McDavid. I I don't think that they're I think both of them are gonna be really solid players and really solid additions to the Oilers lineup this year. But I just think that Howard has the edge.
Yeah, I somewhat agree. I think Savoy's definitely the better player in my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Just all around player. And the thing with like obviously McDavid and Draisaitl both have that beautiful passing ability, and obviously Draisaitl had that Rocky Richard type season this year, but obviously like you were saying before, he'll take that step back, and especially with pods coming up, like seeing what he did in the playoffs with his hitting ability and just that forecheck ability in general, that'll pair nicely with Savoie because if they can get that puck there, then they'll be able to just give it to Savoie and he can be that goal scorer on that line for them. And I agree that Isaac Howard will get those dishes from McDavid, but I think he'll take on a more like a better role of like similar to Pods this season, just because the fact that Zach Hyman is still on that line and he's still going to be the number one option for McDavid in my eyes. I think Howard obviously is a good rookie. He's gonna need some time to adjust to being on a top line of a team, but Zach Hyman had 50 goals one season not too long ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying is that that's the product of McDavid, and
Yeah,
I feel like yes, Zach Hyman's a good player.
obviously.
No debate about that.
Yeah,
But I feel like those 50 goals are just McDavid.
it's
A lot
true,
of
and
like
it's true.
and you can say that 20 of those goals maybe Zach Hyman scored like,
Yes.
just on his own accountability, like
Yeah.
because he is like a 20-25 goal
He
scorer
is. He is.
on his own accord.
Yeah.
But just like just McDavid just elevates that. Like I can see Howard scoring. I don't think it's crazy to say 60 points this season if he plays the whole season with McDavid.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy, but I could also see Savoie doing that very easily with Draisaitl on his line as
I
well.
could.
Like
I could.
I think both players have the chance to prove themselves on like the highest level, and they have that ability to perform, but they just have to meet those expectations with the best players around them.
100%. And I think it'll be a little bit of a learning curve, definitely going from the AHL
Most
coming,
definitely.
and for Howard coming from college, and
Especially Howard, yeah.
yeah, seeing how different
Hmm.
the league moves in contrast to the other leagues. But I think that both of them have a real good opportunity to step in and really make a difference to having this team compete and be more competitive. I mean, there's not much more you could want from a team than making the finals. I mean, like the only step forward is winning.
Yeah, and I think they did what the Oilers did this year. It was so much better than last year. Was last year they had something to prove. They got to the finals and they decided to switch up the team and get rid of the young players essentially, and not worry about them and go for as much experience and older talent as possible. And that didn't work out.
Didn't work, yeah.
They made it back to the finals, but it didn't work out. And I like what they're doing this year. They're obviously still having those young players with Savoie and Howard, which is different than before, but also keeping that experience present with Manjapani as well.
Absolutely, yeah. That I really like that Mangiapane
No, for
signing.
sure.
I think I know it was a lot earlier in the off season, but real steal from
Beautiful
Stanbol. I
still.
think one of his best
Definitely.
contracts so far.
Definitely.
Um, I know I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to Mangiapane's game,
Yeah.
especially when he's been in Washington. But I know that when he was playing for Calgary,
Yeah.
he was a little bit of a nuisance to the Oilers. To be completely honest, and he gets in those dirty areas. He does that dirty work, and I think that the team will benefit from having that forward depth that we were lacking. Quite
Yeah.
honestly, in that Florida series, like Florida beat us because we couldn't match their forward depth. Like
Yeah.
it's not many times where a team can say I have Marchand on my third line.
No, it's not. It should be
It
allowed
shouldn't
realistically.
it shouldn't have been allowed. Like I swear, like they should have like a trade veto or something, and all 31 other teams should have vetoed that trade, or 30 teams should have vetoed that trade. But the we're in the present, and the past is the past, and I think if you're the Oilers, you just got to keep moving forward and look to your guys who are gonna carry you to the promised land, hopefully this year.
Yeah.
A guy that has won and won multiple times is Mr. Marc-Andre Fleury.
He has. And he has recently signed a deal with the Pittsburgh Penguins coming out of retirement, which is very, very big.
Yeah, and you saw that off-season retirement party that he had.
He did.
But honestly, like really, really happy for the guy. Like you were saying before, like huge full circle moment to get drafted by
Sure.
Pittsburgh and then eventually come back and be able to retire with them. Um, incredible career.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
a bunch of accomplishments for him. Very solid goaltender on multiple teams. He got a little bit cooked by Vegas throughout his career because he was that star goaltender, but he made it work. Even in Minnesota, he was probably one of the best backups that that team could have had as behind Philip Gustafsson, and I think
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
really solid.
he in addition to like being a backup, I think he probably made Gustafson better.
Most definitely. This
Uh
season he really stepped up.
yeah, and I honestly I am excited to see how Gustafson performs without Fleury coaching
Mhm.
him. I don't know what's next for Fleury in terms of what he's gonna be doing. Whether it's gonna be something with the Pittsburgh organization, with Minnesota, something like that. But I think like if you're an NHL team, you can't take a career that includes 575 wins at a 912 save percentage and just kind of throw it down the drain. I feel like you have to pass on that knowledge because he is like a top 20 goalie,
He is.
maybe even top 10.
Yeah.
I don't think that's crazy to say. Yeah, I think just it's it's a really cool thing that Pittsburgh's doing. I know it's just an exhibition game. Um but really really happy for the guy getting to get his moment, and he deserves his flowers for a wonderful career.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree with you. Like that aspect of the older veteran players coming in, it's just like it's a big thing. Like especially just looking at like not only this goaltending situation in Minnesota, but also looking at the other goaltending situations around the league. Like
Hmm.
for example, Buffalo. Buffalo has a lot of goaltenders and a lot of different potential uh goalies that can be that backup role and starting role on the team. And like if you're looking at it, there's four people that come to mind, which is obviously Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's the starter, most likely will be for a while. And then you have the three kind of ish backups that could be playing with Alex Lyon, the signing as well. And then they signed both um Devin Levi back to the team with his contract extension for 2 years, and then um, as well as Gorgiev, which was I don't know, it was an interesting play
I
from
I was very surprised when the news broke yesterday about the Gorgiev signing. I know it's a small deal, probably an AHL contract. Uh, but still, like an interesting move. Like, is Gorgiev an AHL goalie?
like I think like considering that deal and the aspect that he's made, I don't see Gorgiev being a backup or even a starter on the Buffalo Sabres at all. Like I don't think like I think maybe if Alex Lyon somehow doesn't perform at all for some reason, Gorgiev may come up instead of Devin Levi, but I don't see Gorgiev playing on an NHL team again.
Yeah, and I don't think that I think if he does get relegated to the AHL, I agree with you. I don't see him coming back. Like I think he had his little stint in Colorado. Uh, Colorado really fleeced San Jose
San
and
Jose,
really got a good
yeah.
goaltender in Mackenzie Blackwood, and I feel like that's unfortunately what Gorgiev will be known as. Like that trade piece that got them their like goalie.
Yeah.
Um, I'm still a little bit of a sore loser about the fact that why weren't we in that deal to get Blackwood? Like it doesn't make sense.
We've missed out on so many different
We
goaltenders
have,
constantly, and we're just left with Stuart Shitter in the back of the net.
yeah, and it just doesn't make sense. But Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, an amazing player. on a good contract right now, 4.75 for the next 3 or 4 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, and Lion's a good backup.
Yeah.
Um,
He's getting older.
yeah,
Definitely. But yeah, he's definitely a solid backup. He has that ability similar to, I would say, like Casey Smith was for Dallas last year. He had that ability to just play those games and win those games that they need to. Obviously Buffalo is still a horrible team, so well, I don't know how well they'll do this year.
I mean, like if you look at the team on paper, it's not like you're looking at a Norris, Benson, Thompson top line, and then I feel like that um that trade last year hurt them. The Dylan Cousins trade.
Yeah.
I don't think that they got as much. I know he probably wasn't gonna resign with them, but like, and I feel like that hurts for Buffalo fans. But I still think that this defense is absolutely elite. Darlene Power, Samuelson, Kesselring, Byram, and Timmins. Like, it's an I don't think it's crazy to say that that's a top five defense in the league.
Yeah, especially like with the young players that they have on their team with Kulik especially, and just like seeing how Ryan McLeod plays his role as a second line center. I think like on paper this team is a decent team. Like I think they have the opportunity to make the playoffs this year, but I just don't know if they're just gonna
They just
continue underestimating, or not underestimating, just like not meeting the expectations that people have for them.
Yeah, and I think they over the last 12 or 15 seasons that they haven't made the playoffs, they've just gone and just been mediocre.
Yeah.
And that's resulted in them having a bunch of first overall picks, but then they just leave. Like you look at Jack Eichel,
Yeah.
who was good in Buffalo and then left and found success. You look at Sam Reinhart,
Mm.
who was good, but in Buffalo couldn't do anything and then left and found success. Like there's multiple stories of these players who who don't want to spend their career in Buffalo because the organization just right now isn't capable of providing them with a competitive team.
Yeah, and like yeah, they still have those young talents like Kulik, Benson, those people, but like even like JJ Paterka, he left. He's in Utah now. He wants to have a new scenery. Like it's just this team produces decent players and has those top players like Thompson, Tuck, Darlene. Those Darlene's star defenseman, but this team just needs to perform, and it
Yeah,
just hasn't happened.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, Another a McLeod brother has been in the news recently.
He has.
The news was announced, I believe a day or a couple days ago that the acquitted players from the Team Canada trial will be eligible to play December 1st and sign contracts starting October 15th. Um, yeah, so I think the most prominent player of this group of individuals is going to be Carter Hart.
Most definitely, most definitely. There's a lot of, I don't know about a lot of teams, but there's some teams that are interested in him, and he is like, or was a decent goaltender. He had that ability to win games for any team, and just looking at what he wants as a player, he does not want to sign with the Canadian team, unfortunately. And he's said that, as well as he wants a fresh start. So he's not looking to sign with both Philly or a Canadian team. And unfortunately, he is Canadian and he is from Alberta, and he would be a beautiful fit for the
It
Oilers.
would be,
But the Oilers have said they don't want him, and they said they're confident in Skinner. Um,
which to me is still crazy.
it's
It's
crazy.
still crazy.
But yeah, Carter Hart is looking to sign most likely in the U.S. somewhere that needs him.
Maybe one day we can get Stan Bowman on this pod and ask him what he sees in Stuart Skinner, because Ishan and I are baffled by every decision he makes. And yes, we understand that the goalie market hasn't been too nice right now. Like we were talking the other day about how we don't believe that Gibson is worth it, and isn't that much better than what Skinner is. Unfortunately, and it was unfortunate, like smart on the Canucks part, to not want to trade Shelovs to a divisional rival. It makes sense. It sucks that we were the only team that they wouldn't trade to. But we'll probably be seeing them in the playoffs, maybe round one of next year. So it does make sense that they don't want to give him to the Oilers. And then really after that, nobody really is on the market currently,
Yeah.
other than backups. Or I know there was some rumors about uh the Long Island goaltender. I'm forgetting his name.
The Detroit one?
No, the guy, superstar from the Islanders.
Oh, Sorokin.
Sorokin, yes, Ilyas Sorokin,
Sorokin.
yeah. But those were shut down
Yeah.
pretty quickly. But yeah, like the two teams that we've been hearing about that are interested are Vegas and Utah.
And Carter Hart, obviously. But yeah, like I think it makes the most it makes a lot of sense for both teams. Like Vegas, they have Aiden Hill, he's getting older, he's getting worse, and they need like the loss of Logan Thompson. For some reason, like they just don't like him at all, but he's a very solid goaltender, and the loss of him has opened up a spot for that backup goaltender, as well as Samsonov is a UFA now. So Aiden Hill, I would say, needs to step up for Vegas, especially because the defense has gone down with the loss of Pietrangelo, and just in general their offense has gone better. So if Aiden Hill has a good season, I don't see the need for them to sign Carter Hart, but you never know. And then with Utah, it's definitely up in the air. I could see it with little tandem, like a 50-50 tandem with Vejmelka and Carter Hart, just because Ingram is very old now and he's not the player that he was before. And his save percentage is just not it at all. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there.
I'm a huge Vejmelka guy. I really like the way he plays the game. I don't think he needs Carter Hart. To be honest, I think he can support this team, and this team can make the playoffs. Uh, with Vejmelka at the helm, steering the ship. They have a good defense led by one of your favorite players in the league, Sergachev. And that top line of Cooley, Keller, Gunther. Oh my God, it's insane. It's just it's really special.
It's a very good line. And they have Paterka now as well, which is a big, big upgrade for them as well.
Exactly, and they just signed Jack McBain to that new contract, hoping to have a little bit of a bounce back year from his setbacks last year. Come and park the Brinks truck, and just start scoring goals. They might bring up some of their prospects, depending on what happens during the season for them. But I guess we'll just see. But honestly, I think Vegemalka's fine.
Yeah, I just don't. I think it makes the most sense for Carter Hart to go to the Oilers just because they're in need of a goaltender, but he does not want to go there, and the
Edmonton
Oilers
doesn't
don't
want him. Yeah, so
I just don't know where else he might go. I'm sure other teams will be staying interested in him as well.
yeah. And speaking of this goaltender track, Spencer Knight just resigned. Another goaltender that the Oilers missed out on. Not that the Panthers would have ever traded him
Never.
to, or we could have paid for him to Edmonton, but he's going He's gonna stay. He's gonna be staying in Chicago for another 3 years in a $5.8 million deal. Um, he's amazing.
He is.
He's
He is.
amazing. I honestly do not know how Florida is so good at finding goaltender talent.
Yeah, and they just have that ability to elevate people that are on their team as well, just in general. Like even Bobrovsky, like Bobrovsky's old now. He's pretty old and
He
he's
is,
still performing at a superstar level goaltender for that team, especially
especially
in
in
the
the playoffs. Especially
especially
in
in
the
the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, the Oilers just they're a goal scoring team, and no matter what, he shuts them down every
He just
single
won't he just
playoffs.
won't go away. It's really annoying to be honest. But Spencer Knight really has the opportunity to flip things around in Chicago.
Mm,
Hopefully change the narrative a little bit for that team. Like, Connor Bedard had a little bit of a setback year, to be honest. And now they have the new kid, Frank Nazar, which I think will help them. He gets a little bit of a boost. But 25 wins isn't really gonna cut it in this league, you know.
yeah,
Um,
it's not great, especially like the deal that they have for Spencer Knight is 5.83 for the next 3 years, and those 3 years are very big 3 years for the team.
yeah,
Chicago really has to turn it around in those 3 years just to make sure that they can not only lock up Spencer Knight for an even longer term deal, maybe.
because this
Just
is a bridge deal for him.
it is.
And I think he if he doesn't see that improvement, he will walk
Yeah,
as he should. Because if this franchise is going down the drain, like we didn't think it would after they got Bedard,
no,
um, then then he shouldn't have to go with it.
yeah. And there are some like decent young talents on the team that may have that opportunity to perform, but I don't know what else Chicago is going to do here besides just try and rebuild and try and create a team where that fits around Bedard as much as possible.
Yeah, and I think that has to be the blueprint. That has to be the you know the goal for this team, and you have to give him a little bit more protection, a few more options, like spend a little bit of that money, like you have, like the projected cap space is 18 million.
Yeah,
Go sign a guy,
yeah,
maybe pay him a little bit more than you need to.
yeah,
And like you have 2 first round picks next year. Hopefully those amount to something that you can build with for the future.
yeah. Either they try and go get Gavin McKenna and tank this year again, or they try and just like get someone in the draft, or even trade those picks away for someone that's a risk on the team, because Bernard is still young,
Yeah.
and they still have the ability to build around him, but he's gonna get older, and if they keep drafting younger and younger talent, then it's just not gonna be then Bernard will stop fitting the timeline for them.
Yeah. And I think like the idea for Chicago's management is to get back to that dynasty run that they had where they won cups in 10 and 13 and 15.
Yeah,
But I guess we'll see what direction they kind of want to move this year by looking at their record, to be honest.
yeah. Hopefully up.
Hopefully up for them. It'll be good for the league if we have Chicago back up. Um, the last thing we have today is just to talk about Corey Perry.
Yeah.
This guy's been around the league, been around the block.
This is moved around, been passed around by multiple
Oh
teams.
God, yeah. He's he had a good stint with the Oilers.
He did. He did. Well, I mean, he took took us to the finals.
And in Corey Perry fashion,
Yeah,
lost both those times.
Yeah, and obviously it was unfortunate, but he, like even last season, he stepped up in the finals as much as he possibly could. He had 30 points in the regular season, 19 goals, 11 assists in 81 games. And then in the final or in the playoffs, he just stepped up on another level, having 14 points, 10 goals, 4 assists in 22 games. And obviously, he was playing at on the top line sometimes with McDavid, but you still need to be that player that finishes those chances and is that goal scoring unit that we need on the Oilers. But yeah, we don't. Well, he's now on LA, and
What a horrible contract by
there is some news about him.
your favorite GM, Ken Holland. Just an absolutely horrible deal. 2 million for a 40-year-old. Like I'm saying, brother, go get your bag. Like I'm happy for Corey Perry, he's getting his money, but if you're Ken Holland, what is going through your mind?
I don't know. Maybe or Ken Holland just wanted a piece of Edmonton to come with him, but yeah, he has 2 million for his contract and 2 million in bonuses potentially, depending on what the Kings do this year. And he's not even playing the first month for them.
No, because it just came out on Friday that he has sustained an injury during training. He will be out 6 to 8 weeks, so he will miss the whole preseason, first month of the league, of the season. It wasn't clear what happened, but he left in a wheelchair, and now it has been reported that he got knee surgery. So we're praying for him. We hope he's all right. It's always tough to see players get hurt. Injuries aren't fun. But last year in the regular season, he wasn't too impactful to the Oilers, especially playing sometimes top 6 minutes, sometimes top 9 minutes,
sometimes
bottom 6 minutes. Like he was kind of like that glue guy, I feel like, for the Oilers last year. And so it'll be interesting to see where he fits into the LA Kings scheme. In addition to like what their team looks like right now, especially because from the looks of it, he doesn't really fit into the top nine. Unless somebody goes down with an injury, it really looks like he's just gonna be playing bottom line minutes. And to pay a guy $4 million to play bottom line minutes,
with bonuses,
I just don't think is a recipe for playoff success. Like we've seen it time and time again with the Oilers overpaying our players and it resulting in not enough forward depth. The team looks pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. They have a solid top pairing with Kuzmenko, Kopitar, Kempe. You could see that chemistry last year building, and it'll be even stronger this year. And then they have two young players on their second line with Byfield, Ferrier. And Byfield, I think, will be a very, very solid player for them in the future. He's shown he's had these highlight reels with that crazy one-handed goal this year. And he's just been very solid for them. Even in the playoffs, he was against the Oilers. He was amazing.
Yeah, definitely shown flashes of brilliance. Also, just like really solid foundational play from him throughout the season. I know he had a little bit of a slump going into the season, and Kings fans were worried about what would happen and where his direction was heading. But I don't think it's unreasonable to say that he's going to be better than his counterpart in the draft, Alex Lafreniere.
No, I don't think that's crazy at all. I mean, New York is moving in a direction where they are trying to still win now and are trying to build around those older players. And obviously trading away Trouba and Chris Kreider were, I think, good plays for them. But unfortunately, their team is still relatively old. They have Panarin, JT Miller, Adam Fox. They got rid of Keandre Miller. But yeah, I just don't see.
They're kind of in a limbo.
They are.
They haven't really identified what their identity is. Like, I mean, would it be good for the New York franchise and for the fan base to get McKenna next year? Probably.
Probably.
it would really change the outlook of what happens.
Yeah.
But I don't expect the Rangers to be bad this year, as bad as they were last year. I think I just expect them to be mid.
Yeah, I don't think they'll I don't know if I think they'll have a chance of making the playoffs. Obviously they have a very solid group, and if some of the players that they do have do perform, like the players that they have, that like Zibanejad had a horrible year last year. He was not performing to the level that he should be performing, and he if he does have a bounce back year and some of those players do start performing, like obviously they have a solid goaltender in the back of their net. They have Igor Shesterkin, who's going to be amazing for them, but they need to score goals in order to win games, and that's just how it is.
Yeah. Well, listen, this has been a blast. We got to get out of here. But we'll do this again next week.
All right.
And see you guys. Thanks for listening.